this is Stampy, and welcome to a Minecraft Let's Play video, and another video inside of Stampy's lovely world. Good morning, William Beaver. Good morning, Polly Reindeer, who has a fishing rod by the looks of things. Good morning. Tell you what, for old time's sake, let's see who can catch the egg on their head, because I stopped doing that because I assumed everyone else was getting bored of that game. But if I'm honest, I wasn't getting bored of that game. So I want to do it one last time. Who could be the egghead? Right, going to throw the egg up in the air in 3, 2, 1, go! Is anyone going to be able to catch it on their head? Is my throw good? I think my throw's good enough. And William was able to catch it on his head while he was already in the water. It looked like he knew exactly where it was going to land before I threw it and just got like ready in the right position, which I think is very clever, but also technically cheating. Right then, I'm going to go and have my breakfast. Nom, 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 nom. Very tasty. I'm going to go and grab these Never Stars. I wonder why I'm going to grab those. Why are they going to be important? I'm also going to go and grab Barnaby. Ask Barnaby to stand up. I'm not going to grab him. And then, I'm going to go down to the Love Garden, let you know who it is that I'm adding to it today. And then I will explain everything that it is that we are doing today. Because, we're building a new, kind of a new mini game, kind of not. Very interesting. But first, someone who sent me something very interesting is Base Gold, or Bass Gold, however they want it pronounced, 12. And that's for this picture, which is completely unique. They said they don't know why they did it, but they decided to draw me and my helpers as planets. And not only are we planets, you can also see that all of like the comets and asteroids are all of our favorite foods floating around us. And of course, my carrot rocket is there in the bottom right as well. And I have literally never seen anyone do that. So thank you so much for doing that, and welcome to my love garden. Right then, let's go drop Barnaby off at the doghouse, and we can choose which dog is going to join us. I'm going to start off by showing you what I was doing in the last episode, the new entrance to my fun land. It has been finished. It is now working. I will explain how I got it working. I didn't get it working the easy way, that's for sure. I'll explain all why in just one moment. But Barnaby, hello, Barnaby. You seem to be in the floor, Barnaby. Was that intentional? Do you have warm legs, so you're calling it in the snow, or are you just snug? Well, let's get you out there before you end up start taking damage or something. Right, you're going to go, there we go, Barnaby. You clambered your way out of the snow. And Benton, you can join us today, so you can stand up and fall. Are you okay? Wait, is Benton attacking? No, did Benton attack anyone? Is Benton attacking you, William? Okay, Benton, no, we do not reward that behaviour, Benton. That is not appropriate. I don't care how tasty the beaver looked like. You do not bite the beaver, okay? Right. Stand up. Are you going to follow me now? Are we good? Are you guys friends? Have you two made up? Okay, it looks like all is forgiven. I'm sorry about that. I need to keep my dogs better under control. All right then, anyway, so let's go. So let's explain what we were doing. So in the last episode, we were building a tunnel, and the idea was that you go through a nether portal, and then you go through another one, and then you'll be teleported up way high in the sky. You can see the platform all the way up there. But it just wasn't working. The nether portals were not linking up, and I spent hours and hours trying to get it work, but every time I did it, a new nether portal would spawn like over by my theatre, and I'd have to destroy it, and I'd have to redo it, and it was... I don't know, I just couldn't get it to work. Even though I thought I was doing it the same as when I did it on my backup version of my world, like a copy of it. I was doing it the same, but it just wouldn't work. So, in the end, I realized the only thing I can do is I'm going to have to go back to that backup version of my world. The only problem with that is in that version of the world, I had destroyed this entire terrain, like all the way down here. All of this was completely destroyed down to the ground. So I had to rebuild this entire hill from scratch and then end up just using that version of the world. And let me tell you, that was not something that I wanted to do. So tell you what, Benton, seeing as you will not want to go through the nether with us, let me go and plonk you down here on the other side, and then I'll go through the proper entrance, and then I'll show you how it's all meant to work. And then Benton being on the other side down here will just be like a nice exciting treat for when I've made it through, assuming that it all works. So right, that was the That was the staff entrance to get to the Funland, but this is going to be the way that all of the visitors will go, and all of the fancy people. This is the way that they're going to to enter the Funland. I think this is really cool. I think you're going to like this. I'm happy with how it all turned out. So right, normal looking, just a bit of terrain here, and then whoa, super bright, crazy tunnel that you can go all the way through, and then at their very end is a Nether portal. So if we go through this will of course take us to the Nether. One of the things that was a bit weird is when you went out of the portal, you would come out of the wrong side. So the way I've got around that is you go up here, and then you go across a little bit, and then you go up again. And as you can see, you only climb up a tiny little bit. We're not much higher at all. But when you go back through another Nether portal to go back to the overworld, you will see we are actually extremely high up above the world. So like this will be people's first view of the Funland, just seeing it from really high. But look, it's still loading in. And not only that, there's a bit of a platform around here, so you can go and see over all of like the rest of the town, all the way to hit the target's castle. You could use this as a scouting location. See my house all the way down there. You can almost, actually, I think you can just about see the edge of Polly's house. I mean, that's where I woke up this morning. We have been on quite a journey. But yeah, I think this is just a much more dramatic opening view of the Funland. And then just drop down here. Make sure you don't move at all when you're in the air, and it should drop you straight down here. And oh no! No! I missed that. What happened there? I've done that so many times. So many times I did that when I was testing this and getting it all set up. And that is, honestly, hand on my heart, I have not once messed that up. That is literally the first time it has gone wrong. And of course, it's the one time when I'm trying to demonstrate it. You know what? I guess what I could do is, instead of just having it as that little like 1 block hole, if I did it as a little tube, maybe just like 3 blocks down, and then that way it will be perfect because it will like guide you, and then like unless you like really purposely push forward and backwards, you won't mess up. You know what I think might be the problem is my controller drifts slightly. I have used, this is no surprise, my controller a lot, and the left analog stick is a little bit loose, and I'm wondering whether as I fell it was like slightly drifting the entire way down. I'm going to go again. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to prove to you that it normally does work, but I think that would be a way to get around it. Another thing is I could just make the hole that you land in, like with the one with the water in, I could make that bigger. If I made that bigger, then that would just kind of solve the problem because, you know, that would cover a much wider ground. But I kind of like the idea of it being hidden, and I like the idea of it being scary. I like the idea of it being something where you're like, oh no, I can't even see where I'm going to land. All right, so let me try that again. Let me just try and make sure I line up. If I go exactly in the middle, that should be okay. No, I died again. I promise you, it normally works. It normally works. I'm not going to give up. Right, let's go back super fast and let's try it again because I've got to get that right, but I will then make the hole bigger. Whee! Okay, this time I'm going to forget my whole thing of like don't press any direction or anything. I'm going to guide myself to try and go through. I keep being slightly too I was gonna say, I keep being slightly too far forward, so I'm gonna press backwards. I think that one was actually probably right. The thing is, it's really hard when you're falling. It's really hard to like judge exactly where you're gonna land. I'm not giving up now, though. I'm too committed. There's a whole thing we're meant to be building today, but I'm just gonna the whole time dropping to my death. Anyway, let's go back quickly. Okay, this will be the one. This will be the one. Okay, I'm gonna go back to my original plan and just try and drop just straight in the middle. See, that was quite good central in that block. And yeah, see, works first time, every time. There's no problems with that method, and it's all perfect. And Benton, that was so quick, wasn't it? You weren't waiting around for ages at all. Okay, yeah. So this is how it is at the end here. I can just make that entrance a bit bigger. I think I might just make it by like a 3x3, because then that's like pretty guaranteed. Like if you miss it when it's a 3x3, like that's on you. You're messed up. And right, is all my stuff is my stuff in here? Aha, it is in here. Right, thank you guys. I'm assuming this was all my stuff. Wait, the fishing rod's not mine. The stone isn't mine. pretty sure I didn't have soul sand on me. Snowballs, that's probably yours, Polly. All of this stuff. This looks like my stuff though. And all the shears. Oh no, I got my own shears. Okay, we are good. Right, let's put my armor on first because it's nighttime now. That's an entire day gone, just dropping to my death. But anyway, let me explain what we're building. So we're building a golf course, and you're like, wait a minute. This is your golf course, Stampy. That was the first thing you built before any of the rest of the Funland. It's like, no, this is mini golf. Like mini golf and like big person golf are two very different things. So we're going to do ender pearl golf. So the way that ender pearl golf is instead of like throwing a ball, like you are the ball. Sounds very philosophical, doesn't it? So basically, say if like the hole is like over that doorway, I could throw the ender pearl, and then wherever I land, I'm not allowed to move. And so that would be like 1 stroke, and then I'd throw it, and that'd be like 2 strokes. And so that's the way you kind of go around. And then the golf course is basically going to be my entire Funland. So it's not going to be just like grassy fields and trees and stuff as obstacles. Like all of these mini games are going to be like obstacles and like things that you can use while you're doing your game. So the way it will work is I'm going to be, it's so good. I'm so smart because I'm doing several things that are good. One, it's just good because I get to use all of these things. Also, while I've been building my mini games, there's been like little gaps that have been left, like little gaps where mini games, just the dimensions and the shapes of them, just meant the games didn't fit in perfectly. And I really like everything to fit in perfectly. So we're going to use all of those little gaps as the places where you tee off from, and then the places where the hole is. So, for example, next to this this 16-legged chicken is this area here. And so this is just a little patch of land, and it's too small for me to really build a mini game on, but too big for it to be just left here blank. So this is going to be where the tee off for the first hole is. And I'm missing a pickaxe and a shovel. Has anyone got a pickaxe and a shovel? They're both new because I ended up losing my my materials. Right, I got a shovel and a pickaxe, and I got a spare shovel as well, so someone else can use that one. So right, let's dig out the ground around here. So yeah, as I said, this is where you're going to start off. And so basically, I kind of designed the game not like completely randomly, because there was like some thinking to it, but like it was much more based on where there were gaps in my world rather than like me thinking, oh, where's the best place that it's going to be. So yeah, help us. If you help me just dig up this land here, if we just leave a block of like 2 spaces like to everything else. So I guess if we dig to here, and then go along there. And so this is just basically going to be an area where you start off from. So there's no real like mechanical purpose for this area. It's literally just going to be, there's going to be a hole in the middle of the area. And I want it to look like a proper golf course. I want it to be like, you know when they have like perfectly like mowed lawns and like they mow it into like perfect like stripes like this. So that's why we're going to be using green wool, because like golf course grass doesn't even look like real grass. It doesn't look like an actual lawn. It looks like plastic. It's like too perfect. So we're going to do these stripes here to make this look like it's just like a perfectly maintained lawn. So these stripes are going to go all the way down there, and then in the very middle of the area, yeah, sorry, I realised I messed up a little bit there and placed the wrong one down. Yeah, in the very middle of it, well, it doesn't actually matter to be the very middle, but about here, I guess, there's just going to be one bit of white wool, and this just needs to be where you're going to start when you go and throw the first ender pearl. And then there's just a few other little decorations I'm going to do. So I'm going to do some birch logs going up here, and then these are just going to have little lanterns on, and then these are going to be stripped birch logs as well, so we're going to end up stripping them. And where's the core? See, that's a little bit too close there. I might do it to here, I think. And then maybe if you change that last one back to dirt, just because it was getting a little bit too close to there. And has anyone got my lanterns? I had a bunch of lanterns on me that have disappeared. I don't know whether they're on the floor somewhere still over there, or whether anyone was able to pick them up. Oh, actually, are they in here? No, they're not. They're in here. They're in here. No panic. No panic. Okay, I've got them, and then I got these as well. And then I'll explain why we need the glass and the Never Star later on. The clever ones among you would have already worked that out, I'm sure. So, right, let's strip all of this wood first, just because I think it looks nice. No real reason for birch. I just, as I said, just thought it looked good. So I'm going to use the strip birch here. So this is just kind of like marking this beginning area, and then I'm going to make some fence poles. And then I'm going to put the the lanterns on them once again, just because I think it looks good. Like this could literally be this could have literally just been that block of wall, just saying that's where you start. Like everything else here is literally just for decoration, but that's okay. Like that's part of the mini game building process as well, is making things look good. So right, we need to, on the top of these, go and put these fences, and then I am gonna have to pile up because on top of them is gonna be the lanterns as well on the top of there, just marking this as the start. And then you might have noticed as well, I've got these banners, and so the banners are gonna mark the hole. So basically this will be the green banner here, and then this will just like tell you that you need to go and head towards the right hole, where there's gonna be, I guess I'll just reveal it now, there's gonna be a big beacon. So there's gonna be a beacon, and then we're going to have the stained glass on the top of it, which will make it the right color. So there's going to be a big green beacon, blue beacon for this one, saying that this is the blue hole, so you know where you're going to head to. The only annoying thing is I decided to do it as a beacon because I was like, oh, a beacon goes really high into the air and you can do, oh, thank you, William. You can do it as all different colors, so that would be a perfect way to see. But I don't know if this is just bedrock, but the beacons, you can't see them unless you're like quite close to them. So it actually would have been better just to build up high, but I felt that would look quite ugly. So I'm committing to doing it with beacons, and maybe if you are in a different version of Minecraft or something, it will end up looking better for you. And I don't know why I think because with ray tracing on, the banners haven't loaded in. But if you can see in my little quick select down here, that basically the style is it's that color and then like a little golf ball on the front of it just to mark that it's golf. But for some reason it's not showing up for me. Maybe if I update my resource pack, that might end up showing it. But yeah, this is basically all it needs to be for the start of this area. Let me grab these banners here. And then let me empty out my pockets with some of these other things that I don't need as well, because I've got a lot of spare stuff here. Tell you what, helpers, I'm gonna throw. I got loads of spare wool that I might not need. Did you want to grab any from here? If any of you need any more green wool, because I'm getting clogged up as it is at the moment. Oh, is this to make the banners look like golf balls? Yeah, pretty much that. But just imagine that circle a little bit higher up. So I'm gonna have a practice go. I don't know whether you guys can do this because you won't know where we're heading to. But the end goal is next to switch the switch. Is that what the game's called? Switch the switch, something like that. And it's over this way somewhere. So the way you would play it is I could like say, right, I'm going to throw this one up here and I'm going to go and try and get it on the giant Rubik's Cube. And then from here, I can go and head. So yeah, the hold is going to be right over there. So you can see all of these things are as obstacles. So I might just go and try and do a big throw to get it as close as I can. Then at the end, the hold is going to be a literal hole. It's going to be a 1-block hole, which is surprisingly difficult to end a pearl into, even if you are very close to. So it's going to end up right down about here. Is going to be where the end was. So that would have been what, like 1 to 3 throws, probably a 4th to actually get it in the hole. Now we're this close. And so yeah, as you can see here, another little annoying patch of land. And honestly, this is making me so happy because I think I've mentioned this before, like how much pride I take in getting all of my mini games to fit in perfectly, because I never want to sacrifice the design of the mini game, because that's quite sacred. Like if I've designed a mini game, I've tried to get it as perfectly as I can. And so I don't want to be like, oh, I'll make it a bit smaller or a bit bigger just so it fits in, because that doesn't feel right. I want it to be as good as it could be. And so I always do end up with these as little sections. Oh, over here, by the way, guys, did you just run past me? Next to the big red and blue thing. Yep, there we go, over here. Yeah, so I never want to sacrifice the overall design of them. But I do end up with these little areas. So these have been annoying me for ages. And I was like, oh, what should I do here? I could build a flower bed here or something. Oh, it doesn't seem right. Or should I do a sign here? I just never knew what to do. But this not only means that I got a bunch of space for this specific mini game, but also I'm kind of doing away with all of these spaces. So this area is going to look a little bit more like a traditional golf course. So there's going to be the green, which is basically normally in real golf, the area where the grass is kept really short. By the way, I've never played golf. Apart from mini, I've never played golf in real life. So if I'm getting all these terms wrong and just everything I'm saying is a lot of rubbish, then that's why. I've never actually played it. So yeah, the green will be around here. And then this is where we don't need to worry about getting it perfectly exact, but we just need to have a nice little bit of terrain. So this will be the very end goal here. So I guess we kind of do this kind of roughly about round, but not really exact. And then yeah, I guess the hole can be where you are, Polly. That was a kind of accidentally got left as a hole just because I wasn't filling it in very well. And so then helpers, can you do the rest of this area? So basically, if you do it all with the dark green, so this is as if it's rough grass, but you don't need to do it as smooth. You could do like a little hill. You could even do like a little sand pit if you want as well. Look, I've got some sand here. If you want to do a little sand pit. So this isn't the biggest area. Some of the other areas that we're going to be building these are going to actually have bigger, like a bigger area to end up with. I know I realize I left Benton over there. Hopefully he'll be okay. I mean, it's daytime now. He'll be fine. Sorry then. Let me go make myself the beacon. So I will make another crafting table because of course I didn't bring my crafting table along with me. Let's go throw this down here like that. And then I believe I got everything I need to make a beacon, unless I've lost something along the way. With obsidian, glass. Has anyone got my glass? I should have just like normal, like not stained glass. Did anyone end up? Has no one got that? Has no one got just like normal glass? Oh no, did it? Oh, is it left on the? Did I leave it in any of the chests anywhere? I'm trying to think of somewhere I could get it from, but I can't. Wait, let me just make sure I'm not being blind. It is definitely not in my inventory. No, I don't have it. Okay, so what I'm just going to have to do is just do everything as it will be and then just add the beacon in afterwards because I think I must have left it on the ground during all of my escapades. So this is the blue one, right? So let's go and place the blue glass on the top there. So that will be dirt and then the glass will be there. And then, it's got suddenly looked rather funky down here, hasn't it? Let's go and dig out a little bit more room for myself. So for the beacons to activate, they're meant to be on like the little like pyramid things. And because I don't care about this actually giving you any bonuses, this is just to look good. I'm going to do the cheapest version of it, which is just iron, because I have so much iron, it doesn't really matter. So the beacon will be here. So there just needs to be a little platform of iron underneath it here. So let's build this round. Of course, it's not going to really do anything right now because I don't have the actual beacon down because I don't have any of the glass, but it should have everything ready. So for when we come back to do this properly, all we need to do is place the beacon down, and then that will do the big beam going up into the sky, and then we'll know where it is that we need to head to in order to get into the hole. So let's go and fill all of this back in. I'm going to put down my lime green wall here like this and go and place that down there, and then this is basically how it's going to be. So you kind of got to imagine that there's a big blue beam launching way off into the sky, but this is about as close as I could get it. So this is what the holes are going to be like, and then I've tried to do it so there's like a very like obvious order. So that would have been the first one, and then you go to here, and then the next ones will literally be just right around the corner down here. I think it's by like where my other teleporter is. I think there's like a few bits of just like empty land here. Oh yeah, it's by the banana. Have I gone past you? Oh, this would actually be a pretty good area to do something down here as well. Wait, oh, there it is. Okay, down here. I know it's by this. So there's a few patches of land down here which are really good to use. So this one here, I guess we can start digging it out. This will be the start of another one here. And then the end of another one will be down here like this. So I can kind of do them all in like one big obvious row. So like, you're not going to have a giant run between each hole to make it feel like an actual golf course. And once again, it just was really lucky that it kind of worked out that I just had enough of these random little areas in different styles in order to get this to work. So this will once again be in the same style with these stripes going down here like this. But basically we just need to do this a bunch more times to get a bunch of the rest of the golf courses done. So I'm trying to think, shall I do that in the next episode? Or I think I will do. I think I will do, because I spent too much time dropping to my death trying to get in the fun land. I think if we come back tomorrow, the next episode, make sure I got all of the glass, and then I reckon like if we work as like a big team, we can get this entire golf course done in the next episode. It's only going to be 4 holes, by the way, which doesn't sound like a lot, but each one's going to be quite difficult. But then with this one, I don't want to do any practices. Like normally when I do a mini game, we normally have like a little test around. For this one, I don't, because I feel like this is a game that you'd really learn like a good strategy and like a good route. There'd be like an optimum way to do it. And I don't want any of us to learn what that is until we end up doing it for the actual golf tournament. So that will be something exciting that will be coming up. But that's going to be the end of this episode here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Come back in the next one to see what the golf course will look like completed. But for now, I want to thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye. Wait a minute. No, not goodbye. Not goodbye. Not goodbye. Because so everyone who commented and was having a go at me saying that I do have glass. I've just seen it. I was looking in my inventory, but it was in my quick select the whole time. So everyone who was commenting, shouting that I had glass, you should have carried on watching to this moment because I've just realised. We're carrying on. Right. Okay. I got to go and do that beacon. Right. I got after that whole time me saying that I didn't have it. I got to go and do. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's over here. It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. I got to go and make it. That's so embarrassing. I was like so being careful. Like no, not there. On this row, no. Not on that row, no. 100%, I definitely don't have it. And I didn't even bother looking on my quick select. Why wasn't it showing me that I could craft it? Or did one of my helpers throw it for me? I don't know. This is one of the cases where I'm going to have to, like, when I'm editing, go back and, like, examine the footage. I'm going to have to go, like, frame by frame and try and work out what actually happened, try to solve the case. I'll be there editing it, going, like, enhance, just to see closer to find out where the glass had gone. Right, so I need to place this in the right place. So this is why I grabbed the Never Stars from the beginning, because we are going to need 4 of these. And I had another 2 that I did anyway. So yeah, that will launch out there. And there we go. And it's got the big blue light. So that's going to be a much easier thing for someone to spot when they're trying to get it to the hole. So that's going to be way up in the sky. As I said though, as you do like go away from it, it does like disappear surprisingly quick. Like compared to like the blocks and stuff, like it kind of does like, it does take a while before it actually goes to disappear. But you won't be able to, like the plan is that you'd be able to always see it from where you're starting from. But yeah, look at that. Look, it's disappeared already. I'm so close to it, but it's already disappeared. So yeah, you're gonna have to get quite close to see it. As I said, maybe if you're playing on like a different version of the game, you might be able to see it from further away, or maybe they'll improve that in the future. But hey, that's the way the game is, and that's the way it is. So we don't really have much choice. But yeah, this is the ending for real, guys. Now I promise I won't trick you again. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you all later. Bye. Wait, no, stop. Sorry, I'm doing it again. The video's not over. There's new evidence. New evidence has come in. I have analysed the footage and I can confirm that I did not have the glass in my inventory the whole time. As you can see, while I'm building along here, William casually drops down the pile of glass right in front of me and I just didn't notice picking it up. So I did not have glass on me the whole time. It's not my fault. It's the beaver's fault. But he did give it to me eventually and it all worked out fine. But it's just good to know that it wasn't all my fault. It was a group failure. But that is going to be actually the end of the episode here. I promise. There's nothing more. You can leave now. Thanks for watching and we will see you all later. Bye!